Welcome, Angry Faithful, to Nerd Sports. Today we're going to talk about how to get arrested at apparently an Olympic sports.
You're talking about that Dutch reporter?
Yeah, the Dutch reporter. I want to. I mean, we're getting to this Super Bowl right now, but the thing is the Olympics is happening at the same time. And we were going over off air about one of the events that was really messed up is the women's jumping.
Yeah, and ski jumping.
Yeah, the ski jumping. And let's go down the ladder on this. One of the jumpers that's been skiing, doing the ski jumping for 11 years. She's gone to 160 World Cup starts, 5-time world champions, 3-time Olympic Games. And this is the only game that they said, and I quote, that their suits were too loose. And basically they were doing the flying squirrel. And that's the reason why they had to X. And this isn't just, one competitor. This is 5 women competitors. And what's really sad is it was compliant with it from the start to get into the competition.
Yeah.
But the other thing that we're talking about is that it actually happened. Chinese government, and from what I was seeing on this, it was like a volunteer policeman type deal.
Yeah.
And they escorted one of the things on live air often they arrested him. And this is another thing that China said is like, we're not doing any Chinese is bad. We're just doing the games. In hindsight, yes, but we all know what you do.
Yeah. Yeah, the Chinese, like I said earlier, are like that, what was the term I used? The junior high bully. But what they're doing is so blatantly obvious that they're the only ones that don't see it. And it's laughable. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's like a really bad 1970s.
Oh, no, it was 80s. It was 80s.
Like a really bad 1980s spy movie, about like the Cold War and you got your Checkpoint Charlie shit, and it's the Chinese. The Chinese are just like, how can I equate this? You've seen those hype videos that like the Middle Eastern countries put out, like Pakistan with their rollerblading policemen, or the North Koreans with their elite combat or hand-to-hand combat units. It's like, dudes sitting there having like cinder blocks broken over their chests with a sledgehammer, and
this is what we can do. We were men, and
this is what we can do in combat. Okay, so if you're bending rebar with your neck, fine, but we'll just shoot you while you're doing it.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like, I'll get through this wall.
I'm just like, all right. I don't know if I've got the words. I just don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things is you're just like, we're all in agreements. They're being fucktards, right? Yes, we're all in agreement. Oh, just making sure.
Yeah.
It's
as long as we're all on the same sheet of music.
Yeah. I'm just it's like I had this movie idea where two people that are, it's kind of like a D&D type thing, and they get in the group and one of them's the jock, one of them's the cheerleader, one of them's like the nerd, the other one's like what was it? Just the one of the popular kids, the bad boy type stit, and you just have these two other ones that they're just going with the flow and everything. They just don't nobody like pays any attention to them or anything like that. And then in the background, they're trying to figure out this stuff and everything. And in the background, you just see these two guys just taking in and just taking names, just going after people. It's just that whole scene. And it's the entire movie. They're like, oh, this stuff is so easy. And you just see these guys just bashing heads against the wall and like and you don't really see it, but you know it's happening. And then they finally get to the last stage and they're like, you guys totally ruined my whole plan of my whole army is destroyed and everything. And then the other people are like, we don't know what you're talking about. And the two behind the scenes guy was like, finally, and you finally get to see what they're gonna do, and they're just like, boss fight, and they just handle things. I think that would be a fucking badass movie.
I'll be glad when the Olympics are over because, I think I read somewhere it was like this is the lowest rated Olympics in like 25 years.
No one's been watching the Olympics, not even the Summer Olympics. It's always been like really, really low here in the last.
The last 2 or 3 have been like atrocious.
Yeah,
I know because Tokyo took a hit for the Summer Olympics because their whole COVID protocols and everything like that.
Yeah.
Plus on top of that, they delayed the games by a year. It threw everything off, and just to me, it just doesn't seem like the games.
Did we have the Summer Olympics like this year?
We did.
Yeah,
and it was because they were supposed to be last year.
Yeah, I think the reason why
they were supposed to be in 2020. Yeah, they were supposed to be in 2020. And they got delayed because of the COVID thing. And Tokyo, any country that hosts the Olympics, they usually take a bath on it.
Yeah.
Because ticket sales, venues, concessions, all that crap is kept by the IOC. It's not shared with the host nation. So they're having to beef up all this infrastructure. They're having to build these venues, and they're having to arrange for all of this, all this, that, and the other. And the only people that are making out like bandits are the hotel accommodations.
Yeah.
But Tokyo, for the Summer Olympics, Tokyo took a huge hit because one, nobody was there. Absolutely nobody was. They had like a few people, but it wasn't attended the way that an Olympics is traditionally attended. But I don't know, man. I have a feeling COVID's going to be here to stay, but it's just I'm tired of it, man. I really am. I think everybody else is too. They're just really tired of it. And with NBC just being so political, everything that they do is political this, political that.
Look what they're trying to do with Joe Rogan. They're trying to make Joe Rogan the new Trump.
Well, the left is, but the Spotify CEO came out and told all of his employees, look, we're restoring his episodes that we took down, and we're not taking him off of our platform, period. Yeah.
Because
I love what Chad Prather said about it. He goes, thanks to Joe Rogan, I don't have to shift or sift through as much shitty music on Spotify when I hit shuffle. So it's hilarious, but yeah, I'm waiting for the Super Bowl.
The Pro Bowl wasn't that.
The Pro Bowl was a glorified flag football match.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Dudes walking around at half speed in pads, looking at their watches, waiting to see when the game was going to be over. They don't want to be there.
Yeah, but
I
we
mean, I
actually do have
remember a
some
tweet. Well, I know
football
that the
news, though.
AFC won that game, but every quarterback that played in that game threw an interception.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
I didn't
but
even think about it that way.
um, but yeah, this Sunday, February 13th, at 5:30 our time is the, I guess, kickoff, or it's the pregame or something like that.
I think it's the pregame, and then it starts like at 6 or 7.
Yeah, I'm going to try to leave from down in Houston Sunday morning, probably about 10 o'clock, 10:30, so I can get back on time to, kind of get settled in and get ready for work for the following week. Because I mean, I'm going to work Friday down in the Dallas area, and I'm just taking my car. As soon as we're done over to a stopping point, I'm just gonna turn south. I'm gonna get out of town. I'm gonna pop smoke, unask the AO, move out, draw fire. I'm up. He sees me down. 3 to 5 second rush.
Hit the easy,
Do what?
the easy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna unask the AO. I'm gonna get the fuck off the LZ. But yeah, so we're looking at the Bengals and the Rams. We've already gone on record last week as saying that we're going to go with the Bengals. Just
Everybody's going for the Bengals because they're wanting that underdog.
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody likes the Rams.
Yeah,
Absolutely nobody likes the Rams.
not even the Rams like the Rams.
Well, I mean, you got Matthew Stafford, who last year played for the Lions. The Lions and the Rams basically did a quarterback swap.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in some circles, that's called wife swapping, and that's illegal in the United States. But
no, they made a show off it, so it's not.
It's not actual wife swapping in the sense of wife swapping where you trade marriage certificates or anything. Anyways, digressing.
That'd be funny if they did.
Well, because can't even remember the name of the quarterback that they had last year. Yeah, that's how irrelevant this guy was. Anyways, he and the head coach for Los Angeles, they kind of had a falling out. And but I don't know. We'll see. The Bengals have got all the momentum. All the momentum. The NFL put a stop to their little ticket scheme, where they were like, because during the NFC Championship game, there was a decided lack of San Francisco 49ers fans there. And that is because the Rams put into place, if you don't own property within Los Angeles County, you can't buy tickets to the game. So you had San Francisco fans that owned homes, or at least a house in the Los Angeles area, or they had friends that lived in the Los Angeles area, so they used their addresses to get tickets to come to that game 2 weeks ago. And the NFL was like, yeah, no, that's not going to be a thing. So they made the Rams stop.
That's so fucked off. No wonder people hate them.
Here's my beef with the Super Bowl and the NFL in general. Last time I checked, all the ticket resale places like StubHub, Game Time, places like that, seats in the nosebleeds, I think last time I checked, was like starting out at $6,000 a seat. And you got these diehard fans that bust their ass all year just to be able to afford to go to a regular season game. Now their team unexpectedly makes it to the Super Bowl. They can't even go.
Yeah.
So of course, this is the second year in a row that the team that plays in that stadium is playing in the Super Bowl. the NFL, I guess, was really trying to avoid that. Yes, I've seen the memes where they said, well, every Super Bowl is just going to be held in Dallas from now on. But it, I want to see LA burn. I really do. I want to see them lose this game. One, I'd like to see the Bengals get a Super Bowl title because I like Joe Burrow. I do not care what your opinion is of it. I don't care the fact that he went to LSU. I really don't care. What's even funnier is that I saw an article today that said that we should all aspire to be like Joe Burrow because even now, people are like going through his older tweets,
mm-hmm.
and they're finding it harder to not like him because he's just an all around. He's like that good guy, good guy Joe.
Yeah,
like he's got a tweet that was from like I forget when it was like years ago, and he tweeted out, "Oh my God, I got my picture taken with the prom king." And it was a special needs student. I'm like,
how can
really?
you not have that? It's like one of those moments. She's like, you win again.
Yeah, right. It's you just look at him. I work with a guy who during like the first part of the season, he was just like, yeah, Joe Burrow's going to be a flash in the pan. He's going to wash out of the league. He's no good. And I'm sitting there going, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I think he's got something for everybody. And dude, he's snuck up and got sneaky good on people. I mean, after he tore his ACL, I mean, we're effectively seeing the end of his rookie season, even though technically this is his second year in the league. But he tore his ACL halfway through his rookie season, so we didn't get to see him finish that campaign.
Yeah, okay.
But when he came back, I don't know, it's like he was smarter, wiser. He learned how to read film, learned how to read defenses on the field in real time a little bit better. And he started recognizing defenses and started surgically picking them apart at the line of scrimmage before they snapped the ball. He got sacked a lot. I mean, last year, I swear we saw this kid die on the field several times because people were just ripping his head off. But I think the Bengals came back in and they were like, hey, look, we got to get some offensive line. We got to get some protection for this quarterback. And he is absolutely playing with a chip on his shoulder. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I think he's looking to become only the third or fourth quarterback in NFL history to win to be the second. I think it's the second quarterback in NFL history to win the Heisman, an NCAA football national championship, and the Super Bowl. Tom Brady didn't even do that. Tom Brady he never won a championship, never won the Heisman. He just came in and started winning Super Bowls. And I'm excited about the current crop of young quarterbacks. I mean, we're talking about Josh Allen. We're talking about even Patrick Mahomes, even though he's developing kind of a choke artist streak.
When's the draft? After this, like in March?
Something like that, I think. Yeah, something to that effect. But so if you go to the NFL page and you go to buy tickets,
it is on April 28th and April 30th. The draft begins on the 28th and ends on the 30th.
Okay, so all seats, right? This is just ridiculous. All seats, you've got a ticket package. It's an official Super Bowl ticket, exact seat locations, closest pregame parties, bucket list experiences, NFL legend experiences, pre-game or post-game field access. So, for select sections, music from the Black Crowes and Wyclef Jean, which I could do without. On location concierge app. Get this, for the all seats option, starts at $4,462.50 per person.
Damn.
And for $1 more, you could get for either team, Bengals fan hospitality, Rams fan hospitality. You get the official game ticket. You get an open air pregame party.
Tansy, that's what his name was.
Open bar and an elevated tailgate fare, live entertainment, and special NFL legend appearances starting at $44.63.50 per person. I'm like, no. And then you've got these like on the 50 unrivaled access and amenities, limited inventory act now, official ticket premier seating, ultra premium in stadium hospitality, top shelf open bar and cuisine, headline performance by the Black Crowes. And it says call for pricing. Less than 10 seats remain. So, those are going to be a little bit more.
No.
And it's just like, let me see here. My ticket packages. Okay. So let me see here. You got your VIP, which is on the 50, right? On the Bengals side.
Mm-hmm.
Good night. These are in the nosebleeds. So if we want to go as close as we can to the field, holy cow, the price is shooting up fast. Okay, here we go. Okay. So VIP section 132, which looks like, let me see here. It's on the Rams side. Let me see here. Where's VIP 111? That's the one I saw. Let's see. No. Okay. Okay, so those are the ones where you got to call for pricing. That's on the Bengals side.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so just for alliteration here, for row 4. Okay, actually row 3 on the Ram side, 50-yard line. Row 3. Okay, we talked about everything that comes with it. $19,975 per person. Actually,
good Lord.
Let me click on this here. Number of tickets. Oh yeah, that is per person, because for 2 tickets, we're looking at a grand total of $39,950. Now we're talking about before tax. We're talking about before airfare. We're talking about before your hotel accommodations, transportation to and from the stadium, plus all your food. I'm like, dude, no, that is no, just a whole lot of no. I'm starting to think that the only way that people like you and I are going to ever be able to attend a Super Bowl is if one they move it to Houston again. Yes. Of course, then again, hopefully we'll be in a job where we'll be making enough to where we won't have to worry so much about it. I mean, yeah, it'll still hurt a little bit. We might have to save up for like 3 months before we can go, you know what, we're going to save money for this game. And be online where we're just like nosebleeds. Bam. Because I mean, at least at that point we could say we could do that cheesy fucky ass little
or
Super Bowl,
even worse,
Super Bowl Facebook post like, we're at the Super Bowl. Like, neither one of our teams are playing, but
yeah, no. It'll probably be even worse. It's like, dude, I got a box seat for the Super Bowl. How'd you do that? No reason to ask that question ever.
No, bro. You know what we need to do? If they move it to Houston again, okay. What we need to do is we need to see if we can get press credentials from the as the podcast.
Pull that one, yeah.
But even I think press credentials are still like $2 or $3 grand a piece, but it doesn't give us field access, and I don't know that it would necessarily give us seats to watch the game. But all that
usually, I mean, you have to be. I looked into it at one point in time.
I'm just curious because I'm going to go all the way up to the point of checking out. I'm going to go through the checkout process,
or we could do the whole clipboard stuff and act like we've been there. We just get a yellow vest, hat for the Super Bowl, and just a clipboard, and you're like, hey, and we just start looking at walls and everything, and going and moving our fingers. It's like, you think we're good yet? I think we're good.
So let me take a look and see what we got here. All right, so. All right.
Could you imagine we actually get referee uniforms?
Shit.
And I'm being a blatant retard on the whole damn thing. I'm like, did they do a touchdown, Johnny? Yes, touchdown! Yay!
Oh, look. Yeah. Okay. See, I told you about that Honey app.
Yeah.
It said it found ticket coupons. It said it found coupons. Oh, we didn't find any working codes. You know what? Fuck you. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I want to know exactly where this money is going. I do. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Johnny, spit it out. Use your words.
Yeah, yo. All right. There's no shipping involved because it would be mobile delivery. It would send the tickets to our phone.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. For section 131, seats 16 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I've still got these in my shopping cart, nobody can buy these seats.
Okay.
Which I may just kind of like keep them there just to be an asshole. But ticket prices are $19,975 each. All right. Service fees $7,191.
What would be the service fee for that?
I don't know, man. I mean, to me, that is highway robbery, bro.
I mean, if I wanted to go get raped, I'd just go to the theater. It's at least a little bit cheaper.
Like if we were to fly out to this game this weekend for those seats,
yeah,
easily, we'd be out $55,000 for the whole trip.
Damn.
Right? I can think of a lot better things in my life that I could use $55,000 for.
I can get like 4 elks for that.
Right. Okay. Now, grand total, service fees, 2 tickets, just game tickets and service fees, not a hotel, not. And we would have to use like Uber or Lyft because we're not renting a fucking car because gas is like $5 a gallon out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus parking. You're going to guarantee you're going to pay at least $100 for parking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Grand total, $47,141 just for our tickets.
That's just
Now
that
let's.
is highway robbery.
It is. So let's do this. Let's say.
While Johnny's figuring this out, we actually have some NFL news. Joe Judge reportedly landed back with the Patriots after getting fired from the Giants. Judge will reportedly return to the New York Giants after two difficult seasons with the Giants. New York's went 10-23 under Judge. The team offenses ranked 31st and points scored in both Judge's season after a strong defense showed 2020. The Giants defense gave up most of the points in the NFL on the pregame basis of 2021. So that happened.
Okay.
So is Belichick out of the Patriots, or is he just doing the special teams?
No, this guy's coming in. He's going to be he's going to be a special, like maybe a special teams coach.
Okay.
Belichick's the head coach. He is not going anywhere. He will have to probably have several losing seasons, be outed as a racist, a homophobe, or a pedophile, or just straight up die before they replace him. Okay, so.
Oh, that was another thing that we need to talk about. Washington team finally got a name. The Commanders.
The Washington Commanders.
The Cobra Commanders. Right? The Cobra. That's what they're going with. The Cobra Commanders.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. The Holiday Inn, Los Angeles. It's by the airport, by LAX.
Holy crap. Okay, this is like just now news. It only happened like 2 hours ago. Commanders Denzel Everett charged with involuntary manslaughter following a fatal car crash.
Probably.
Washington Commander defense's back Everett has been charged with involuntary manslaughter. The Loud County Sheriff's Office announced Tuesday this charge comes after an investigation into a single car crash on December 23rd, 2001 that resulted in the death of Olivia Peters, the 29-year-old who was Everett's girlfriend. Was a passenger in the vehicle involved in the crash. Everett was the driver. Everett and Peters were said to be traveling north on Gum Spring Road at 9:15 p.m. Eastern when the vehicle, a 2010 Mazda GTR, went off the right side of the road and hit several trees while rolling over. The investigation reveals that Everett was driving twice the 45 miles per hour speed limit just before the crash. Peters was transported to a Stone Spring hospital where she died due to her injuries. On Tuesday, Everett turned himself into the Loudoun County Adult Detention Center and was being held on $10,000 bond. Mr. Everett volunteered apparently earlier today at the blah, blah, blah. Shortly thereafter, he was released on bond. Our team continues to investigate this matter as we intend to vigorously defend Mr. Everett against these allegations. We continue to ask that judgment be reserved until all facts of the full investigation, blah, blah, blah. That was about it. Wow. Twice the speed limit of 40. So he was going like 90 miles an hour?
Knucklehead. Okay. So the cheapest hotel that I could find, Holiday Inn by the LAX airport. It's an executive king room, which is basically like it's a suite, basically, right? All the bells and whistles. For 3 nights, 2 adults, $966 for the weekend. Okay.
Well,
So,
usually weekend price is a little bit more steep.
yeah,
Like if
but
you
that's
wanted
not
a
what I'm
trip,
getting at.
if you yeah, like if you
Okay,
wanted a
so
trip to Vegas, it would be a behoove you to go during the week. I pulled that off. It would actually behoove you to go during the week so you can get cheaper prices and go to the cheaper shows and whatnot. That's what I ended up doing. Of course, I knew
but this
people.
is not Vegas. So, let's see.
Yeah, the price is like triple on the weekends. Well, I mean, Maria can comment on that when she sees your show. What are you looking up now? I'm gonna have to look up stuff so I can talk while you're doing that.
Okay, so let's just say let's just call it an even like 1100.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's taxes and everything like that. Okay, that brings our total up to $4,800, $291. Now, let's look at flights. LAX. Okay.
Well, while you're
See what
figuring that up, Jeremy Ramsey knows what the Los Angeles Rams gave up to get him in the 2019 midseason trade with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two first round draft picks and a fourth. But he hasn't kept up with what's happened with those picks. I leave that up to Twitter and social media to do that. That's good. I don't like to compare myself to other people, anyways. Here's a short version. The Rams pulled off one of the most one-sided trades in NFL history, at least based on what the Jaguars had gotten out of those three picks to date. That's weird.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
That was clickbait, you bastards. You got me.
for 2 direct flights,
Mm-hmm.
okay, round trip on American. It's not bad. For a direct flight leaving Friday, we would add, let's just say, because it's $313.64, so with the fees, we'll just say $350. Okay, and then so that brings us to $48,641. Now, what we're not going to get into is the cost of a Lyft or an Uber to and from the hotel.
Food.
What would it cost us to eat? Because you know for damn sure that we're taking a full advantage of the breakfast bar in the morning. That's happening. I'm sorry. Just a thing. So yeah, I mean, conservatively speaking, I think for us to be able to go to the Super Bowl this year,
I want to go to Danny Trejo's taco place, though.
boy, so you can pet his pent rancor.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to? Oh, and the other thing, I want to go to what was it? Scum and Villainy. It's a bar in Los Angeles. Did you get something in your? Oh, you wear contacts.
No. Yeah, I want to go to Jack Rabbit Eddie's, the restaurant from Pulp Fiction.
Oh, that too.
Yeah,
Pretty
or is
cool.
it Jack Rabbit Slim? I think it's Jack Rabbit Slim. Anyway,
There's so much. I went to Los Angeles. I didn't get to go to any of the cool places. Everybody else went to cool places except for me. Went to Oxnard.
I don't really care about going to LA. I just don't.
Well, not now. There's only like 2 places I would want to go. And if I go to Scum and Villainy, hopefully it'll be on a Friday when we go, so we can actually meet up with like Kevin Smith and his other co-host of
his hetero life mate Jay Hughes.
No, his other hetero Mike, man, he does the podcast for his
oh no, that's not his hetero life.
Batman Beyond. Fat Man Beyond.
Yeah. But yeah, so the NFL is awfully proud of their championship game.
Well, back in the day, it used to be like the quote. It still kind of is the quote unquote thing to do, but it's still nowadays. No, not a lot of people care about that thing.
Well, I just don't care to shell out a small house.
I don't. I
I
don't
don't
want to
care to shell
give
out
up
a
a leg just
1 year
to go.
salary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to give up a year's salary just to go to one football game.
See, I've already done something like that, and it was an enjoyment. I met Stan Lee. That was my biggest thing I want to do in my life, and I already done it. I'm like, okay.
I
Anything
mean, I
else
want to
is
go to
going
a
to be
World
bonus
Series
points.
game. I want to go to a World Series game at Fenway Park. I mean, to me, yeah. Now, to top it, it would be a World Series clinching game for the Red Sox at Fenway Park. You know,
I kind of don't want.
to me that would be the ultimate. But
To me, going to see a team that I really like go play and everything, I kind of don't want to do that. Only because I kept on doing it. I did it like 2 times in my life. I went to go see do the Cotton Bowl, and Texans lost. I did it twice. Every time Texans lost, I was like, I went to the Cotton Bowl. Yay! It was just everybody knows watches sports. I know I don't really like sports, but I'll still go out and hang out with somebody if they're going to a sporting event. Like, I went to a hockey game here in town. I was like, okay, I'll go. Let's see how fun it is. It's not fun. Okay.
I mean, to me, it's fun, and it's just because they've got stuff to do for the kids.
Well, I kept on
And
going. I kept on going to these events with people that didn't really. They just got tickets. They didn't really like
yeah,
it either, so it was kind of boring to me. If I go to someone like, if I go any sporting events, it will be with you. Only because of the basic fact is you get excited for these things, like super excited, like little squirrel girl excited, and it's freaking awesome.
oh, yeah. Okay, so like for example, the Army Navy game. You know, I got like we left. We left the viewing party this year because of the I did not want to expose my fiance to the kind of vitriol that I would inevitably develop had I had to sit there and watch Navy sing for a second. Just I can't do it. I know.
It's basically someone giving me. It's basically someone giving me unsweet tea, and I'm chunking across the room.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, no, I get that.
So, but yeah, no, we're gonna go with the Bengals. In fact, you know what? Let me do this here. Let me. All right. The promise that you made here.
So I gotta come up with something to say right now while Johnny's doing his stilt. Oh, Jack Reacher, new show on Amazon Prime.
Right now I'm on episode.
I finished it. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Finley and Jack are on their stakeout right now.
Yeah,
minivan.
the duality with that is it's so charming. It is really, really good. And what's really great, a lot of people are saying this is the guy that they got to play Jack Reacher embodies Jack Reacher, because they in the books he is like a giant of giants. He's men of men. He's the guy that you look towards and going, yes, he's probably going to rape me. And it's half willing, half not type deal. But, and then the movies, you get Tom Cruise, who's like 5'2" in real life. I mean, we all know how small Tom Cruise really is.
Well, he walks around with phone books on his feet just to look people in the eye. So, yeah.
I mean, it's really funny.
Like Family Guy. I'm tiny Tom Cruise. Yes,
it's really funny with a lot of the stuff they have for like movie magic to make him look taller with everybody else. Is because there's a lot of the co-stars that are in there, they're taller than him, and they got to make him look bigger. So they make like a walkway for him and regular flooring for the other people. and it's just so hilarious. I've actually like behind the scenes looked at this, and it's all camera angles and weird stuff. I mean, they had a.
So what you're trying to say is that Tom Cruise is intimately familiar with the knowledge that if you're going to take a selfie of your dick, the dick pic, it's all about the angle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I got you.
Or the wad of cash on the side of the counter.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down with that too.
Yeah.
All right. So I put it up. It's on our page. Here it is. Your Super Bowl pick and the last NFL pick of the year. We here at Angry Me Production are taking the Bengals to win it all. Book it. Take it to the bank. You don't like it? Tough shit.
I like it. Man, I gotta capitalize this stuff.
Anyway, so that's what I'm looking at now. I am going to actually, once we get off the camera, I'm going to peel out of this jersey. I'm going to go pour myself into the shower, and I'm going to defunk from the day.
Yeah, me too. All right, man. Thank you all for watching Nerd Sports. And don't forget
I'm Johnny Skeleton.
That was another thing I needed us to do sometime this week is do a plug-in for our shows. To do this instead of the last part, we just plug it in, is talk about, hey, check us out on Facebook, like and share the videos on YouTube, give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, because we don't take anything lower than that. If we do get something lower than that, we'll find a way to
try to do a voice. Do you want me to do a copy and then send it to you to see if you want? You can just like upload it, or you want me to kind of like tell you what, write me whatever you want me to say. Write a copy for like the Anchor plugin at the beginning. And I will take that and I'll hybrid it together. I'll splice it with our other media platforms for our intro. You want me to do that?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay, yeah. Just shoot me what you want me to say, and I'll get it together. And
it'll probably be later on this week, but yeah,
dude, that's totally fine.
Yeah, but check us all out on other platforms. We got messed up memes on our Instagram and our Facebook post, and we'll see y'all guys later. Hopefully Bengals win for the Super Bowl. And we are out. Pew!
Victory!